Again, like we saw for the earlier example, 18,000. In this case also, for the higher quantum of salary also, when the wage portion works out to more than 50%, I think those employers again need not go for any revisiting their salary structure. It is not required, right? But if it is less than 50%, see, I think I have seen cases where the monthly salary of an individual happens to be say 80,000, whereas the basic will alone be 10,000. Others all 70,000 different allowances, right? I think in that salary structure, I think that may not be sufficient. That is to be definitely revisited. Otherwise, I think they cannot comply with the new provisions. Now, I think now it is again 60,000, where the wage portion works out to more than 50%. Basic, I have put it as 36,000. Three other components: HRA, conveyance allowance, and project allowance. So total comes to 60,000. Here you can see most of the cases it is no change. Equal remuneration, no change. Payment of bonus, no change. Payment of gratuity, no change. PF, no change. Of course, the ceiling, if it is available for eligibility purpose or for calculation purpose or for the upper limit, like in the case of gratuity, after working out the quantum, so 20 lakh, no, there is an upper limit for gratuity. So that ceiling that will continue to apply, right? But the quantum of wages for different purposes, that there could be a difference. But if we have a structure already where the wage portion, basic and DA put together, or basic alone, if it is more than 50%, I think those employers need not go for any doing any revision with respect to their salary structure because of the change in definition of the terminology wage under the new code. That is not, if they still want to go for it for different purposes, that is fine, right? But it is not mandatory for them. But if the wage portion is working out to less than 50%, then I think those structures need to be definitely revisited. So this is how it is. And okay, components excluded even from determine. See, we were talking about the total components from class A to I, but still J is there, K is there. J is about gratuity and K is for retrenchment compensation or other retirement benefits or whatever is paid, right? This is clearly excluded even from for determining the 100% of wages. It is not getting excluded. It is not getting included, right? So it is excluded very clearly. But only with respect to these two components it is there. So for determining the total sum of exclusion portion, we are considering only those components which are mentioned from class A to I. So we are clearly excluding J and K even for determining the 100% of wages, that is the total remuneration. And this point I think we discussed. Class G, which is getting excluded, remuneration payable under any award or settlement between the parties or order of a court or tribunal. Again, I am not very sure what payment is exactly intended to be excluded through this class. I think definitely we need to get guidelines from the department concerned. Otherwise, it could be a bit of but difficult actually. Then should these components be part of remuneration? Again, class A and class C. Class A is about bonus, right? And let us see. Let us take, for example, the bonus payable under the Payment of Bonus Act as per some law, right? And class C, it is a contribution, PF contribution paid by the employer in respect of an employee. Yes, it is also excluded, but for determining the 100% wages, the total remuneration, since they have said that the total components from A to I, we include these two components for determining the 100% wages. But in my opinion, if this is also excluded even for determining the 100% wages, like we did with respect to classes J and K, right? Then I think it would be easy for the employers to do the compliance. Let us see in the subsequent slides how it works out. See, this is what it is. In calculating all remuneration, now we are excluding only class J and K, that is gratuity and retrenchment compensation. Otherwise, whatever is mentioned from classes A to I, we are including it. Provided, so I'll just once again read out this one. Provided that for calculating the wages under this class, if payments made by the employer to the employee under classes A to I. See, instead of saying A to I, if they had mentioned under the classes B, D, E, F, G, H, and I, then I think this can work out clearly, because this clearly excludes class A and class C. So class A is about bonus, class C is about contribution made towards PF or pension. So we will not consider these two components also, even for determining the 100% wages. Then I think the working will be at least easy. So it is just a such, that is the reason I have put it in red font. I think that is not there in the current provisions, but still I am suggesting, if some clarity is given in this fashion, or maybe in some other manner, if that is there, then it will be easy for us. And secondly, in understanding the reason for excluding, again we discussed on this, remuneration payable under any award or settlement between the parties, or order of a court or tribunal. Again, we need to understand what exactly reason, or what exact payment which is intended to be excluded through this. That clarity is required. So these are all 2 points which definitely require clarity in this particular definition. Otherwise, it will be difficult for the employers to go ahead.